Hello, hello. Am I live? I think that's when it goes live. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am live. Yay! I am Sherri-Lee, the founder of the Facebook Business Builders Club, and I am here live with you again today because I am doing 20 lives in 26 days, and today is day 8. And we have had an amazing week. We have talked about what does Facebook want from you? What does your prospect want from you? We've talked about the algorithm so you understand the algorithm. We have talked about your content and how to create content that will attract your prospects to you. We've talked about how to create your Facebook page so that it attracts your ideal prospects to you. We've talked about how to get to know your ideal prospects better. I mean, soup to nuts. I'm giving you all the stuff. All right. Now, obviously, I can't give you absolutely everything that I give all of my students and clients that I work with, especially those in the Facebook Business Builders Club, because we go deep. We're together for 6 months, and so we can go really deep. There's such in-depth training there. There is ongoing support. There is so many connection points and so much training that goes in. We break down the little details. We look at little details of everything that you do. Did you get on a sales call, and how did that go, and where did it break down? Did your reach on your page fall down this week? Where did that fall apart? What can we change? Let's look at that. Let's analyze those things. We really spend a lot of time digging into all these things with my support and making sure that everybody keeps moving forward. So I am giving you the best of the best this series of what is possible, of what you could achieve on Facebook for your business if you put strategic focused action into doing it. Now, I know a lot of you have Facebook business pages, and for those of you that are here joining me, please say hi and let me know who you are, where you're joining me from, and tell me what your business is. I'd love to hear what it is that you do. What inspired you to get started in your business? And so for those of you who have businesses, you have business pages. And, just deciding, okay, I've got a business page, I've started it up, I'll throw up my cover image, I'll post once in a while, boom, I'm in business. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. We need to get a bit more strategic. We need to have a plan. We need to make sure our page really represents who we are, what we do, and appeals to our prospects. We need to make sure that we show up on Facebook and that we are being seen by the right people. We need to make sure that we play nicely in Facebook Sandbox so that they play nicely with us. We have to have an offer that people want, that we know we can sell, that is result focused, that gets people the transformation that they want. And then, newsflash, we need to repeat what we are offering more often than we think we do. I see a lot of people do this. They create a lead magnet, they make a post about it, maybe they do a Facebook Live about it, and then they go, well, I've told people about it. Why isn't anybody signing up? They create a program and they maybe do a Facebook Live about it. Maybe they make a new cover image about it. Maybe they do a post about it. And then they go, well, why isn't anybody signing up? And that's just not the way it's going to work on Facebook. You need to be repetitive. You need to be telling people that you're doing something over and over and over. And it's not just about telling them that you're doing something. It has to be about what's in it for them, why they should be interested in doing this thing with you. And I'm just checking to see if there's any comments because I see people here and I want to make sure that you are going to say hi to me because I love hearing from you. So tell me what inspired you to start your business. All right, I would love to hear what inspired you. Okay. So today we're going to talk about the number one thing that you need to do to get massive visibility for your message, for your mission on Facebook, okay? The number one thing that I pretty much tell everybody they need to do if they want to use Facebook as a tool to help them get more clients or sell out their programs. Are you ready for what that is? Who wants to know what that is? Okay, I'm going to tell you. The number one thing is regular, consistent, strategic Facebook Lives. Leslie, hi. You started your business for more independence and flexibility. I get it. That is a big part of why we want to become entrepreneurs, isn't it, Leslie? Thank you for sharing that. So, leveraging Facebook Lives is the most important thing you should be doing on Facebook. And listen, I get it. I can hear some of you kind of cringing. I don't want to go live. I don't have the right setup. I don't look good on camera. I don't feel good on camera. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to be comfortable. I'm very awkward. I'm kind of shy. I mean, there's a million stories that are coming up for people right now as you're hearing this. And you know how I know? Because I've told them all to myself. When Facebook Lives became a thing, when was that? 2015, 2016, something like that, when they became a thing? I had just gotten comfortable with doing webinars. And I was doing a weekly webinar where I would be teaching people about Facebook. And I would, you know, I got really comfortable with hiding behind the slides of the webinar. Can you relate to that? So we would come on the webinar, you wouldn't really even see me, I would show my slides, I would talk through some things, and I got really comfortable with that. Yeah. And then Facebook Lives came about, and I went, are you kidding? I don't want to do a Facebook Live. I don't want anybody to see me. I need to get my hair cut. I weigh more than I want to weigh. I don't like the way my mouth moves. I don't want, my voice isn't good. Blah, 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 blah. I don't have a script. I don't have a lighting place. I don't have a makeup artist. I don't have a nice set. I don't have a beautiful plant behind me. All these stories about why I couldn't go live. And I know from talking to my students that they feel the same way. There's this tension that happens about going live right away. But I'm here to tell you, it is one of the best ways for you to connect with your community, for them to get to know you, for you to build a relationship with them, for you to make connection with them, for them to start feeling like they know, like, and trust you enough that they will opt in for your freebie, or they will buy your program, or they will hire you to do work for them. Facebook Lives are an incredibly powerful tool. Now, not only do they help you build that connection with your students, with your prospects, but Facebook loves when you do them as well. Facebook prioritizes Facebook Lives. See, you don't have to be perfect to do Facebook Lives. I misspeak and I talk over myself and I have marble mouth all the time and nobody cares. That's the thing that I've discovered. Nobody really cares what happens to you. They only care about how you deal with it. Okay? So Facebook loves when you do Facebook Lives. They prioritize your Facebook Lives in the newsfeed of the people who like your page over and above your regular posts. So when you do a Facebook Live, Facebook sees that you're doing a Facebook Live. Facebook sees that you're putting that effort into helping them keep their community on Facebook. Your community sees who you are, how you function. You get to be interactive, like I was with Leslie there when she answered my question. Leslie, let me know, what is your business? I'd love to know. And for anybody else watching live or on replay, let me know what your business is and why you started it. Have you got a plan for using your Facebook Live? So I'm doing this series. I'm going live every day except for the weekends. Let's see what we can create from that. And there's a strategy, there's a plan around using them, but you don't have to do them every day. You could do them once a week. Once a week would give your page a boost. Once a week would give your page more visibility. Once a week would get you in front of more people that you could get to interact with you on your page so that you could get to know that person better. They could get to know you a little better. And then you could take the conversation off of the Facebook Live. You could invite people to claim your freebie, your lead magnet, or get on a strategy session with them, or meet for a coffee if that's what, your business is about and how it works. And you can do that in wherever you live in the world. Leslie is a mortgage broker. That's awesome. I can see why you like to be an entrepreneur, because mortgage brokers, certainly you can set your hours, can't you, Leslie? So tell me, Leslie, have you used Facebook Lives in your businesses yet? In your business yet? So Facebook Lives, Facebook shows them to more people. The people who watch them feel like they build a deeper connection with you. But there's a few pieces that you want to make sure you're covering. And if you've got a piece of paper and a pen, let's take some notes. Let me give you the start of the process to doing successful Facebook Lives, all right? And listen, if you think you could use some help with attracting your clients, your prospects, students for your programs on Facebook, just type in the word me and I will reach out to you to see about getting on a quick 15-minute strategy discovery call with me where we could talk about how you could leverage Facebook better to help you attract more prospects to your business. And I could share with you, the different ways that I could help you with that and work with you to help make that happen. Okay, so just type in the word me if you think you'd like to have a quick discovery call with me so that we could see how you could use Facebook more efficiently to grow your business. All right, and Kelly, nice to see you. Kelly's here, who is a photographer, and you have an art gallery online. That is perfect, Kelly. So you want to be using your photography to attract people to your art gallery so that they could be buying your work, right? That's amazing. I love it. I love it. So Kelly, have you been using Facebook Lives in your business at all? Leslie has not been, but that's okay, Leslie. That can change. So let's take some notes. Here's some things that you want to consider when you are thinking about instituting a Facebook Live show into your business. And I call it a show because it gives it a bit more formality in my head. It makes me feel a bit more accountable. When I used to go, okay, I'm going to do a Facebook Live on Monday. Monday would come and go and I'd be not in the mood, so I wouldn't do it. And when I say it's a show, I'm like, I'm showing up whether I'm in the mood. I'm going to put myself in the mood. I'm committed to being here for the people who join me, and people join me. Now, the first one, maybe not. But the second one, the third one, maybe they do. All right, Kelly, let's get ready to plan out how you can use Facebook Lives. All right, and you too, Leslie. So, before you get started with this, before you jump in and hit that live button, if you do this work beforehand, pushing the live button will be easier. First things first, you decide for you when you can commit to going live. Now, I know, Leslie, as a mortgage broker, things are going to come up and it may be hard to commit, but if you put it on your calendar, you won't forget about it. If you say 10 o'clock Tuesday mornings, I can go live every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pick the time that works for you. Pick the day that works for you. Pick the space in your calendar that will work. People will either find out about you accidentally, or you will do some of the other things I'm going to share with you, and they will put it on their calendar to join you because of the value that you will bring to them. Okay? So, first, you're going to decide for yourself when is the best time. Don't worry about what's the best time to go live on Facebook. The best time to go live on Facebook is when you go live on Facebook. And don't worry about what's the best time for my audience, because when they see what you're offering on your Facebook Lives, they will put it on their calendar and they will be with you. And the people who want to be with you are your audience. The people who aren't with you are not your audience. All right? Is that making sense? So, pick your time, pick your date. Name your show if you'd like to. I have the Facebook Success Formula show. Kelly Cushing Photography. Whatever your business name is, you could use that, right? You could use, you could come up with whatever kind of working name works for you. It just formalizes it a little bit more. All right? Then, I want you to plan out and schedule the day before your show a post to go out on your page to say, hey, I'm going live tomorrow, Tuesday at 10 a.m. and I'm going to talk about this. And I hope you'll join me. Because there's some power that when we declare to the world that we're going to do this, there is some power that comes into place that makes us accountable, that we're going to do it. People are now actually expecting us to be there, and you don't want to look like you're saying you're going to do it and then you're not going to do it. Now, if something comes up and you can't help it, you have to take your kid to the hospital, whatever it is, you do a post and go, hey, I'm so sorry, I'm not going to be able to make it today, but I'm going to jump on as soon as I can. Watch here, and I will let you know when I'm going to go live. But your intention is to go live. Your intention is the same time and day every week. Now, normally, my Facebook Success Formula show is on Thursdays at 10 a.m. This last little while, the next few weeks moving forward, I'm going every day. And so the time is a little bit different every day because I had to fit it into my calendar that was already full. I didn't want to wait until I had space in my calendar to set it at the same time every day because that would have been 3 weeks out and I wanted to get started right away. So right now it's a bit all over the place. So you do a post beforehand to remind people. Plan out what you're going to talk about. Okay? Think about what does your prospects need to hear and be prepared to show some of your personality and tell some of your story, right? Leslie, being a mortgage broker, people want mortgages once every 5 years, right? So there's lots of people, but not everybody is looking for a mortgage today, but they might be interested in things to do with how to prepare their house for sales, how to pick a mortgage broker, how to, downsize, how to make curb appeal. There's so many things you could talk about, as well as what are the interest rates? What did the Bank of Canada do? What did the American equivalent do? You know what I mean? Like there is equivalents that you can bring in there. There are other stories. Why did I start being a mortgage broker? Tell the story about your first client and share, how happy it made them. If you focus on first-time mortgage broker or first-time client home buyers, you could tell a story about that and why that's important to you, right? Kelly, you could actually show behind the scenes in your studio. I don't know what kind of photography you do, but you could talk about the elements of a good picture and what makes a good picture and how long you've been doing it. You could show your studio. You could show your online art gallery that you have. You could walk through some of the pieces. You could talk about, here's a picture that I took, 2 years ago, and this was what was happening, and here's the story around it. So there's so many things you can do about it. But remember, your Facebook Lives are about building relationships and making sales or, getting clients. It's not always just about that piece, right? You want to add value to it. So yes, Kelly, you absolutely can show your work while you're doing a Facebook Live. So brainstorm a list, because I bet you if you paid attention to, the last 10 people you talked to, you could pull easily 10 or 20 questions that they asked you and use those as talking points. Here's the thing, you don't need as much content for your Facebook Live as you think you do. So if you can go live for 10 or 15 minutes, you're sweet. You're done. You're good. It doesn't have to be an hour. In fact, nobody wants to watch that. Even half an hour can get to be too long. I find that at about 20 minutes, people start dropping off, 20, 25 minutes-ish. And it depends on the people. It depends on your content. It depends on how interesting you're being about it, right? So I want you to brainstorm a list. So if you want, just start brainstorming here and putting ideas in the comments that you could talk about. And let me help you give you some feedback on some of those ideas if you'd like. Just type out some ideas. There's no wrong answer. I've got, a list from when I went to networking events of the questions people would ask me about Facebook. And each one of those, sometimes I can split them up even into smaller. How do I get more engagement on my Facebook page? Well, I could talk about that forever. So I'm going to break that down into 5 small Facebook Lives. So the way to stop the shell shock, what am I going to say when the camera goes on, is to prepare. So you announce that you pick your date, you announce that you're going to prepare, or that you're going to go live, brainstorm a list, then prioritize that list in kind of the order that you think will be the most impactful. And always present that information from, how am I helping the people watching? How am I contributing to them and helping them solve a problem? Okay? If some questions are coming up here, you guys, let me know. Kelly, you have 2 businesses. Holy smokes. Overachiever, photography, and what else? What else have you got going on, Kelly? Let me know. So then, you want to go live. You want to make sure if you're doing it on your phone that oh, and I see Barbara's with us and Alice is here. A bunch of other people have joined us. Caroline. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. So, make sure if you're from your phone that it's fully charged. Make sure that if you're doing it from your computer, it's plugged in. You've got it elevated and raised up a little bit so that you're not looking down at the camera. Make sure you've got good lighting in front of you. If you don't have a good big window, I have a huge window in front of me, so I have beautiful natural lighting. Make sure that you've got a ring light. You can get a ring light very inexpensively off of Amazon or at Walmart, that you can attach to your computer to give you good lighting. Make sure that you can't see the laundry rack in behind you. You can buy a set of screens or have a nice wall behind you. Then when you go live, I want you to write in advance for yourself your intro and your outro. So these are the way you're going to start and end your Facebook Lives. Now, people in the Business Builders Club, my clients, I give them a template that they use to write that. So I'm just going to quickly run through it with you here. Remember, if you would like to have a discovery session with me to see if any of my programs or services would help you grow your business, just type the word "me" in the comments and I will get back to you after this live about getting onto a quick call with you to see if any of those programs are right for you and to see if I can help you with any of those things. So an intro is how you start your Facebook Live. And when you've got these two pieces mapped out, I find that we get rid of the biggest worries. How do I start it? How do I end it? Okay, so we start it with a very simple statement. Hi, I'm Sherri-Lee Wojcik, the founder of the Facebook Business Builders Club. And today we're going to be talking about, or you could say, and welcome to the Facebook Success Formula show. Today we're talking about the power of Facebook Lives for your business. Simple, right? 2 lines. Let's get it going. And then you jump right into content. Sorry, I had to have a quick drink. Don't worry about, don't wait for people. Don't sit around. People are going to see your Facebook Live in the news feed. You have to captivate them right away. So you jump in and you just get going. And then when you're done, thank you for joining me today. I'm Sherri-Lee Wojcik, the founder of the Facebook Business Builders Club, and I'll be back with you again next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Done. That's your outro. It's over. Then you just click done and away you go. Excuse me. So you've got your planning, your preparation, you've got your content list that you're going to talk about. You have got your beforehand. What do you do beforehand to tell people that you're going live? You understand that probably the first few times you do it, maybe even there won't be anybody there in person, but people will be watching on replay. So that's okay. And as you get consistent and as you do this regularly, people will be watching more regularly. They will show up. Okay, they will come to expect that you're doing this, so they will show up live just like you lovely people have. Then you end it with your outro so that everybody knows who you are. If you have a call to action, you could include that. Comment with the word "me" if you'd like to have a discovery session about how to create a strategy for your Facebook Lives in your business. How to leverage the power of Facebook Lives in your business. Comment with the word "me" and I will reach out to you for a discovery session. You could include that. Then after you're done, there's a few things you want to do. You may want to go back to that post and edit the post. So remember, your Facebook Live is your content, but you can write copy as the post of the Facebook Live. So you may want to go back and edit that. You may want to change that up and make sure that it speaks to the right thing. You may want to pin your video to the top of your page. You may want to add it to a series within the Creator Studio. You may want to run an ad to it. You may want to download it off of your Facebook page and put it on your website, or put it in a newsletter to send out to people, or put it up on Vimeo. There's so many uses. Maybe you'll put it on YouTube. Maybe you'll repurpose it that way. There's so many ways to repurpose your Facebook Lives. Does that give you some ideas of how to use your Facebook Lives? Like, that's the step by step. Let's brainstorm how you could use these in your business. Okay? Kelly, what's a good editing program to do what? I don't edit my videos, ever, really. If I have to have something edited, I give it to my VA. So I'm not sure what you're asking about. To edit the video, to download it, you can just download it right off of Facebook and then upload it straight to YouTube. You do not need to edit it. If you want to, then you can. I don't personally do it, so I don't know of any programs offhand that I could recommend. I just find it way too complicated, too hard of work. So I just get my VA to do any editing that needs to be done. So I'm sorry I don't have an answer for you about that. Can you show other artists' work that you don't physically have? Why would you want to show other artists' work that you don't physically have? Is it something that you have for sale, like on commission in your gallery? Let me know a little bit more about that, Kelly, so I understand. If it's something you're going to sell, then there's no problem showing it, as long as you give credit to them that it's theirs, right? And you let people know how they could get it. Absolutely, you could do that. Sorry if I was confusing, Kelly. Download the video right off of Facebook. Put it right up onto YouTube. Put it on your website. Put it on Vimeo. Just like that. I don't spend a lot of time worrying about that. I am a massively imperfect being that makes mistakes, has marble mouth a lot of the times, misspeaks. This is who I am. This is who you get. You could talk to any of the members of the Business Builders Club or anybody who's bought any of my programs, and they will tell you this is exactly who I am. They will also tell you that my training gets them results. So they don't care that I'm occasionally a marble mouth and a little bit goofy. I know what it takes to use Facebook to grow your business. And that's what I give to my students and my clients. And so it doesn't matter. Sounds like a better idea than a newsletter. You know, newsletters are great. They have their purposes. And next week we are going to be talking about lead generation, because it's super important that we're growing an email list. But that's the days of, you know, the once a week or the once a month standard newsletter that looks like a print, like a, I don't even know what it, you know what I mean though? Those newsletters, those days are long gone. But we're going to start talking about lead generation next week and how we can leverage that. And I've got some hot tips for you about that, for sure. Okay. Any other questions here? Any thoughts on how you're going to use Facebook Lives in your business? You know, Kelly, tours of your art that you have available, tours of your art gallery, talking about different pieces about photography, about why you got started in photography, about, you know, series that you have coming up, talking about events that you might be participating in, all super important. Leslie, if you're still here, you know, I'm thinking about you as a mortgage broker, using this to connect with your community, to celebrate mortgage deals that you got for clients that you want to celebrate. They got their first home, they downsized, whatever it is. Information about mortgage programs that you might have available, or special deals that are happening, or interest rate transactions for sure. Tips about their home, their care of their home, tips about, you know, curb appeal and downsizing and keeping the clutter out, and how to manage homeschooling and being at home and all the things that we're doing right now, how to sell your home safely in a pandemic, how to prepare your home for a pandemic, why you became a mortgage broker, why you do what you do, celebrating your clients. Those are all super important things that you could be doing. So there's tons of ways that you can use Facebook Lives in your business. They are a super powerful tool. Facebook will absolutely show them to more people than most of your other posts will get. And your community will feel much closer to you and a deeper connection with you. All right. We've reviewed a bunch of steps that you can take before, during, and after your Facebook Lives in order to leverage those as much as possible. And of course, if you are interested in having a quick discovery call with me where we can discuss how you could leverage Facebook Lives, creating that strategy for you, for your business, and learning about the programs that I have available and the services, seeing if any of those are right for you to help you really supercharge your results on Facebook right now and really increase your business through Facebook. Just comment with the word me and I will reach out to you. And I see Kelly has done that. So I will reach out to you after this, Kelly, and send you a link so that you can book a call with me and we can have a chat about how you can use this amazing platform to help you grow your business. All right, you guys, now tomorrow I am back here. Tomorrow is Thursday, correct? So 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, that's our normal regular time. We are going to be talking about, I'm not even sure yet. I will tell you. Join me. And I will surprise you tomorrow. I looked at what I had thought I was going to talk about, and I don't know that that's exactly what we're going to talk about. So I may change my mind, so I'm not going to tell you. So it's a surprise, but you're going to like it. So join me tomorrow, 10 a.m. PST right here. And I will have another amazing tip for you to help you grow your business on Facebook. I am Sherri-Lee Wojcik, the founder of the Facebook Business Builders Club. Thanks for being here. We will see you tomorrow.